Hey all, this is the monthly Dreamwave that I do. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy this. I'll be doing more vids soon related to especially the new year, and this will cover a little of that. Let me go ahead and start sharing the report that I've written up. So today is January 5th. Yesterday we started in some areas in California with a storm. Retrograde started around the 28th, 29th, which means breakdowns, misunderstandings, storms, literally, as well as delays. It's both as a human design and astrology forecast and site. I'm going to go over my usual phrases and philosophy of this channel. The planets are the inner dream symbols of the dream, the language we are born into, so as to play with what we do not yet understand. The chart is the area wherein we project out and play our stories out in this holography. The purpose of life is to play out what we do not yet understand. In other words, we come into play with circumstances that which we can understand by ourselves. Thus, we need to have experiential knowledge. Life is a play and exercise of free fate. Life itself is holograms within holograms. One day, perhaps, we will find a way outside. For now, we are a holographic projection of our wider self. Astrology and design are the interfaces that we can use to describe, play, and replay and direct these games back to ourselves. To build or destroy, only we decide which joy. So to start the forecast, we start with the gates where the sun will go through this month. We're in January. The dominant energy is Capricorn until about the 23rd, 24th, when the sun goes into Aquarius. So we start out with gate 38. Gate 38 is an individual gate, part of an individual channel. And it's about, usually it's called the channel of struggle, but this is just a particular gate in it, which is about finding your own purpose for living life, for experiencing this holographic. And here I have it described as honor your fight, honor your battle. And this is the gate is usually called fight. So this is kind of picking the right things to fight for, to struggle for, that's worth it to you. And this goes on till today. And then tomorrow we begin, the sun will go into gate 54. This is more about the central gravity of yourself, and yet using your own personal inner resources to assist where it may be needed. And certainly tomorrow we'll possibly face the worst brunt of the storm, especially in the Bay Area. And so look out for how you can help and assist others as we go through the travails of this hurricane on the West Coast. January 11th, the central gravity of truth. This is gate 61, know your way. So this is a Capricorn gate. Pluto's actually been here most of the last couple years, and then it's transiting into 60 and 41. Just so happens, so we're just experiencing the sun in it. So on January 11th, this gate 61 is a mental gate. So it's about knowing your own way. It's about knowingness, knowing your own truth. So definitely make some time to meditate, to be in your own space. Gate 60 starts on the 17th. That's around when Mars goes direct, and there'll be a new moon around then as well. A lot of planets going direct this month, by the way. But Mercury not till around this time, actually. Yeah, around this time as well. Gate 60 is limitation, refinement, setting new boundaries for growth. Gate 60 is about really powerful growth, but within a precise kind of structured Saturnian way. In other words, like the greatest growth that we can create, the greatest change and transformations are within the Saturnian reality, because Neptune's kind of the Play-Doh, the play that we play with, and in order to make it manifest into third density, we need to refine things and prepare them for like a perfect, not a perfect, but a process by which it can come into beingness. Around the 22nd, we have the sun going into gate 41. Gate 41 is always about imagining fantasies, and it's not even about actualizing what it is you fantasize or imagine, but sometimes it's enough to visualize those things. So here I noted as dream open worlds. So it's opening in a sense what worlds you want to experience, both in your own imagination and in the outer world. So it's a chance to like also to get into yourself and see what it is you want to manifest this year. Gate 19 is at the end of the month. This one is about serving others' needs. Gate 19 is a community gate. It's about belonging, being in the community, and being in support of, and especially in such a time where a lot of, especially in the beginning part of this month now, where we're dealing with a lot of storms and weather upsets, it's important to look and see how you can support others. More so into the general progression of the year. This year, we're in a year of the rabbit. I was noting this. This is influenced by Jason at Archaics. He has these ways of using future predictions, and he does it based on palindromes, so mirroring other years. But I've noticed the pattern that it's almost like a Chinese astrology pattern. This year is going to be 2023. So what I'm meaning here is to note 1975, because this year is going to be year of the rabbit. 1975 was the last year, was a wood rabbit. So this year, I didn't check the element for this year, but it's going to be a rabbit year. Maybe it is a wood rabbit year. The year begins in the chaos of confusions and conflations, which are really just wheels within wheels, reflecting, resetting, and reasserting. All planets will be direct after the 22nd until mid-April. This is a powerful stretch for setting up new ventures and agendas. Starting at the end of the month, this will be a time for, especially for this year, to really setting things forward. The eclipses for this year will be there's still one that will be in Scorpio, but then after that, they'll start in Aries and Libra. So this year, all you Aries and Libra will face powerful transformations. And remember, eclipses are not just about the day of the eclipse, but about from the eclipse forward 3 to 6 months, and sometimes 6 months to a year, depending on the kind of eclipse. So Mercury will be retrograde until the 18th of this month. I just noted all the retrogrades for the year, April 21st to May 14th. So from this Mercury retrograde to the next is a powerful forward motion time to actuate and initiate things that you want to happen. And this will so retrogrades will occur around late April and summer, and so this will be a slowdown time to again reset, reflect, reassess, review, and things will go forward again at times in the summer, and then in late August, end of the summer, to almost the beginning of fall, we'll have another retrograde, and then a final retrograde at the end of the year from December 13th to January 1st. It's actually kind of a great time for retrograde because mostly it's holidays during that time, and that's during solstice. Mars also goes direct in Gemini on January 12th, so not the 18th as I was noting. Careful with your words, energy remains low. Wait a day before you send a final email or text or sent. Be clear and kind with words, not the time for wars of words. We have 6 days left, so once Mars goes direct, our energy will go forward in motion again, especially our work energy, our ability to focus, and our energy in general. We may have been extra tired and needing extra rest, and so we'll have more momentum going forward. Again, this month, most of the planets will be in Capricorn. Realistic visions are the major thematic of that. Jupiter goes direct, or went direct. This was last month, December 20th. So Jupiter's direct now, bringing us our luck. And Saturn will go direct as well soon. Uranus will go direct on January 22nd. And Neptune is in Pisces, still flustering. Gemini, Sagittarius is in Virgos, making us prone to delusions. So we want to be aware of being deceived for Virgos, Pisces, and the squaring signs of Sagittarius and Gemini. Pluto moving forward in Capricorn gate 60. One of the biggest themes is that Pluto will go forward into Aquarius this year in a couple months, and it will be going into gate 40. What is it? It's one of the gates that it's going to go into the next Capricorn gate. It's going to go into 41, as the sun will be going through that on January 22nd through the 27th. Look at it like a black sun going through those areas. The difficult, challenging days of the month, I call them my Pluto moon days. Tomorrow, the full moon in Cancer will be opposing Pluto. That'll be pretty intense, but mostly a time of resting. Don't do anything too intense. The 14th, the moon in Libra will be squaring Pluto. That's going to be a fairly difficult day. There's also a square with Uranus and Venus. On the 20th, Capricorn moon will conjunct Pluto and Capricorn. And on the 27th, Aries moon will square Pluto. And this will be the beginning of February. We'll have a moon in Cancer squaring Pluto. And the full moons and new moons for this month. Tomorrow's the full moon in Cancer, 16 degrees. And then on the 21st, we'll have a really nice new moon in Aquarius, right around when the planets are going direct. So great time this year to, for example, tomorrow night, you could put out a piece of paper in the moonlight, in an area where it doesn't rain, or maybe through a window, so paper can get the moonlight, and then use that same paper to write down your goals for the year, your goals for the time ahead on the new moon. And then I think Chinese New Year's, on the end of the month, which is a great time to burn a candle, write 3 wishes on a candle. I use bayberry candles. And if the candle burns all the way through, if all the wax is gone at the end of the night as you burn it through the night, then supposedly that's a marker that your wishes will come true. If there is still wax left on the candle base, then that's a no. So that's it right there. I hope that was supportive for you this month. Reminder that this is a year of the rabbit. This is another year in the direction towards 2027, which is a big transition for human design into the change of the right angle cross from planning to the sleeping phoenix. So it's a big change and transformation for our time period. There'll be bigger ones later, but this one is pretty significant as we move forward towards 2027. This year, we're going to start to experience Pluto in Aquarius. This will start to bring hints of new changes. Some of the biggest will be digital attempts at more digital control. I think biometrics will be a big theme. So watch out for that and be clear on your decisions, what you want to do about that. I think it's important we all be aware of the consequences of such choices. Have a great year. And see you guys next time.